And now a message from comedian Vic DiBitetto.
How the fuck does that help, you greedy cocksuckers? Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, your sister's ass, the Pony Express. A very ticked off Vic here. You know what ticks me off? Having to tell the government what to do because they have their heads in their asses. Now follow me. There's something that's been bothering me, so I'm just going to say it now. Dear government, we understand that the virus is not your fault. It happened. It is what it is. I'm not going to get into that idea that maybe you could have acted sooner. We can deal with that when this is all over. But here's the deal. We need a real fucking plan. It was the right move to make everyone stay home because that's the only way to deal with a virus like this. But here's where I have a problem. So, you told us to shut down non-essential businesses. You told us to go home and quarantine. You told us we have to keep social distance and stay inside. But you told us you would help. So where is the fucking help? These checks are what they are. I mean, let's be serious. I'm not going to turn away $1,200 because number one, if you're going to give it to me, I'm taking it. And number two, it's our fucking money, not yours. It's ours. We paid that in taxes for everything we do every fucking day. So, okay. Look at the typical family, mortgage payment, healthcare payment, car payments, electric, water, garbage, phone, blah, 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 blah. So maybe the $1,200 covers the mortgage. But what about all the other costs that we have each month? This $1,200 thing isn't doing shit for the normal working family. You want to help? Here's one idea. Tell the fucking banks and mortgage companies to stop all mortgage payments at this time. Just stop them. And don't give me that 3-month furlough bullshit. How does that even make sense? So someone who lost their job because you said to stay at home doesn't pay mortgage for 3 months, but in the 4th month, they have to not only pay that month that's due, but also the 3 months they owed in full because it was furloughed. How the fuck does that help, you greedy cocksuckers? Someone was just unemployed and not earning money for 3 months. They weren't earning money. Hello? Now they just start back to work and all that money magically appears so they can pay the 3 months in a lump sum. How are they fucking paying that? Are you fucking idiots? Look, it almost makes sense that they can start paying the current mortgage due for the month when they go back to work. But they can't pay the prior 3 months. They had no income. So here's the idea. Just add the 3 fucking months of the furlough to the back end of the loan. So if they had, let's say, 19 years and 6 months left in their mortgage, just add the 3 months. So now they have 19 years and 9 months. How fucking hard is that? You'll get your money, you shitbags. It's just delayed. The working stiff wins if you do that. It really helps. It actually helps. And what is up with these banks and lending assholes? I mean, come on. You literally make billions of dollars in profit quarterly. That's every 3 months. The last crash was 10 years ago. So you have 10 years of massive profits and you need a bailout after 2 weeks of a shutdown? How come we, the people, have to save for a rainy day, but you save nothing? Every fucking quarter that you made $3 billion in profit, not income, profit, and all that means you paid all your salaries and bills and everything you needed to pay to run a company for 3 fucking months. So every time you made $3 billion in a quarter, if you had just put $1 billion in the bank, you'd have $40 billion in the bank after 10 years. That's not even including interest. But no, you greedy cocksuckers have to get bailed out again from our taxpayer money, and then you shit on us by not giving us a real break on our mortgages, credit card bills, or car payments, or anything, and the government allows this. We get fucked. We bail you out, we get fucked. Rinse, lather, repeat. You dirtneck fucking pieces of shit should have had more than enough money to keep paying your workers and give everyone a break in mortgage payments the way I said for the time being. And again, I'm not saying to wipe the slate clean. I'm saying to just add the missing mortgage payment to the back end of everyone's loans. Do it for everything. The car lease is now 3 months longer. The credit card payment is now 3 months longer. The mortgage payment is now 3 months longer. You want to help the American worker, you can eliminate all payments due until this is over. That way, unemployment and stimulus checks would only be needed for food. That is what the American family needs now. That would help us. You greedy cocksuckers and you government lackeys who suck the balls of the big corporations and shit on the people are just as bad. Shame on you all. There could be a real plan in place, a real plan to get people through these next few months, a real plan to be testing, a real plan to allow workers who are considered non-essential to not worry about catching a virus and losing their house. You do the right fucking thing, you peckerheads. Having to tell the government what to do because they have their heads in their asses, that's what fucking ticks me off.
Oh, I love it. That's Vic DiBitetto. Wow, is he angry, and wow, is he right, and wow, is his face so damn red. I think that guy is immune to the coronavirus. Okay, listen. So Vic DiBitetto, fantastic rant, spot on. In the description of this episode of the Opie Radio podcast, I'll give you all his social media. His rants are great. He's a great, great follow. All right, we got a great episode of the podcast ready to go here. I got to explain. So recently I did a podcast with Diamond Dallas Page. I was checking in on him, and it was a fantastic episode. It was a couple episodes ago. And I hang up with him, and I realize, oh, man, I never asked Diamond Dallas Page about Jake the Snake and the fact that he's living in his house. So I called back Diamond Dallas Page. I said, hey, I need you to just talk about Jake the Snake living in your house for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add it to the podcast to make it perfect. He goes, yeah, no problem, Ope. And next thing I know, he rants and goes on for about 40 minutes. The conversation was absolutely amazing on conspiracy theories, a great Jake the Snake story. What else? The media, Trump. He went all in. So I said to myself, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to just make it another episode. So you're about to hear that. But first, I want to say hi to Omax Cryo Freeze. Living with chronic pain, it's the worst. You know that. It can affect your whole life. Many of you probably have some type of pain that has prevented you from relaxing and sleeping or stopped you from exercising. I'm that guy. I feel like Vic DiBitetto, but I'm talking about my goddamn back. Enter Omax Health. If you're looking to get rid of nagging muscle and joint pain immediately while providing long-lasting recovery, then you need to try the natural breakthrough pain relief solution, CryoFreeze CBD Roll-On, developed by Omax Health. This non-prescription triple-action pain relief roll-on is specially formulated to block pain receptors, reduce inflammation, and improve muscle and joint flexibility. The best part, it's 100% natural. CBD-powered remedy works its magic within 10 minutes of application, and relief lasts up to 8 hours, much longer than the over-the-counter products. And I'm on the Omax right now for my lower back, and it's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And Omax Health is offering you 20% off a full bottle of CryoFree CBD Pain Relief Roll-On, plus free shipping. This discount also applies towards any product site-wide. Just go to omaxhealth.com today and enter the code Opie, O-P-I-E. That is omaxhealth.com. Enter code Opie, O-P-I-E to get 20% off CryoFreeze and everything site-wide. Wait, you're still not sold? What the hell is wrong with you? It's contagious. I can tell you, pro athletes use CryoFreeze CBD to recover. And go look at the product reviews. They've got 95% five-star reviews. Wow! CryoFreeze works within 10 minutes of application, improving physical training, recovery, and performance. So go to omaxhealth.com and enter code OPIE, O-P-I-E, to get 20% off CryoFreeze and anything else site-wide. Omax, O-M-A-X, omaxhealth.com. Enter the code OPIE, O-P-I-E, to get 20% off and site-wide. Hit it! Speaking of Jake the Snake, he's in self-quarantine at your house right now, Diamond Dallas Page. How did that come about, man?
Well, Jake has actually been staying with me for the last year on and off. You know, Jake's on the road some days. He might be on the road for 3 straight weeks.
Right.
You know, have off 2 or 3 days and then back on the road. So when he was on the East Coast, you know, I was like, dude, why don't you just stay with me? You know, I always got an extra room here for you. He was already staying here more and more and more. And then like something fell through on one of his bookings and he was around for like a week. And that's when, you know, the shit kind of hit the fan. And he had a lot of stuff coming up. And I was like, Jake, I go, you can't keep coming and going, because I was ahead of this quarantine thing.
Right.
So Jake, like I say, it was coming and going. I was into the whole quarantine thing as soon as I heard Italy shut everything down.
Yes.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, I would have thought if this wasn't worldwide, that this was some kind of political thing. I would have, been like, I believe in a lot of the conspiracy theories because they're fucking real.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And there's, Jesse Ventura, if he did a hell of a job with that. But if they didn't, add in the spooky mumbo jumbo stuff,
right,
it would have been taken way more seriously. And the whole conspiracy thing, I believe in a lot of them, and I would have thought that's what this was, some kind of stunt,
Which conspiracy theory do you believe the most?
The Kennedy thing. Without question, the water that's being taken from our country and being used, and like Jesse got into showing ways that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
There's no way Oswald killed Kennedy alone. No way.
I'm with you on that.
To me, you have to be, and I don't mean to put you down, but you got to be an idiot if you think that that's real with everything that we know today.
Right.
And there's a number of them. Some of them I don't even vocal because people get so upset about them.
Which one? Come on, which one?
Show me the plane that hit the Pentagon.
Oh, wow. You go there. Yeah, that upsets people.
Dude, that's the only thing I want to see. I want to see the plane.
Well, you got to remember back when those planes hit, we didn't have, cameras in our pocket like we now have these days.
The White House and the Pentagon are the most filmed places in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. So bottom line is, I just want to see the plane. I want to see how the plane disappeared into that hole.
Right.
How did the whole plane disappear in the hole? Just show me it.
And you'll be satisfied. They found all sorts of plane parts at the scene, but
dude,
you're saying they could throw.
Movie.
You're saying they could have thrown that off the back of a truck or something.
No, dude. To me, again, I don't know who controls all that crazy shit, and I don't want to know.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care about the conspiracy. People can think what they want to think. I mean, today, our iPhones, our iPads, our Alexas, which I've got that bitch all over my house.
Yeah.
They know exactly if they want to know who you are, who you're talking to, who you're fucking, they know.
Of course. Do you believe the two planes hit the Twin Towers, though? Because we got video of that.
Yeah, I know, but I won't even answer that question because that one just blows everything sky high.
Yeah. I
want to know how Building 7 went down.
Well,
how did that happen?
I mean, it was a mess down there.
Really?
After 9/11, I went to Ground Zero after.
Dude, I did too.
And
I did too.
It was a mess.
But that was like a 60 freaking story building.
Right. All right.
I could see chunks out of it. I could see planes coming out of it.
Yeah.
But completely implode?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Those are just questions I just want to know.
You got questions.
And as a patriot,
right,
people are supposed to question shit.
Oh, you should always question our government.
All of our news is run by the corporations.
Right. It's just entertainment now. It's not actual news.
It is. Eric Bischoff, he did an incredible job on his TED Talk. He came out and he was an asshole. And it got to a point, in the beginning it was funny, but at some point it wasn't so funny.
Right.
And you could see people were starting to go, what the fuck is he doing? Once you got to the point where you were getting aggravated with him,
yeah,
that's when about 2.5, 3 minutes in, that's when he pulled it back and he went, okay, now you get it. Whatever the guy's name who runs TED Talk,
yeah,
he told him, he called him and asked Eric to come and do a talk.
Right. And
TED Talks are meant to make us think. He said, I don't want you to do that. I want you to make them feel, because that's what wrestling is.
Of course.
The only thing that's real to me, like really real, is wrestling. And I know I probably sound like an idiot to most people right now.
Right.
But let me explain. With wrestling, we tell you it's a work. In other words, I don't want to spoil this for anybody, but wrestling is predetermined.
Right.
It's a show like a movie is a show.
Right.
With politics, they come off like it's real, like they really hate each other. Now, today they kind of do. Trump kind of changed all of that.
Right.
Where, it used to be where a Republican could be married to a Democrat.
Right.
Now, would they fucking get in each other's face at times? Surely. But today, that ain't happening.
I had Anthony Scaramucci on the podcast, and he said pretty much the same thing. He says a lot of it is a work, and, when the cameras are off and stuff, these guys are hanging out, drinking and partying and having dinners together and almost.
And back in the old days, they were screwing hookers.
Yeah.
Today, they've cut way back on that because of a lot of good reasons.
Right.
So back to Bischoff. Bischoff said he wanted me to come over here and make you feel. He goes, and today's TED Talk is about how the news steals from wrestling. Meaning, when me and you grew up, Opie, we had a guy named Walter Cronkite.
Sure.
He did not try to sway your opinion. He reported the news down the middle. Today, it's so one-sided. Nothing aggravates me more than the news. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of the bullshit of the one side and the other. We're Americans, motherfuckers.
Right.
Like, you're ruining our fucking country with your bullshit.
I love this. I love
one
this
side
rant.
or the other.
I love this rant. Both sides do it, by the way. The left and the right.
Yeah, right. It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
But in wrestling, we tell you.
Yes.
Now, today, those guys hate each other. They really hate each other. To me, I'm not a Trump fan, and I'm sure as fuck not a Democrat fan. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm not in the middle. I'm not a social. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm a good person. That's who I am. And I treat people the way I like to be treated, which is kind of special, But today, they are they're so mad. And, you look at Trump and the way he treats some people, he is a fucking bully.
Yes, he is.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I'm laughing.
Let me finish that.
Right,
Let me finish that.
Go ahead.
He is a fucking bully.
Yes, he is.
But the Democrats are even fucking worse.
Wow.
Because if the Democrats, and I'm talking about people who are staunch, fucking diehard Democrats.
Yeah.
And I don't care if they like me. I don't give a shit because I don't care about politics.
Right.
What I care about is bullies. And if you can get me to start sticking up for Trump, you're the biggest bully on the block because I'm not a big Trump fan. Got to kind of like some of the things he's done. Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But am I a Republican or am I like a Trump maniac?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You lost me for a second though. Why are you now sticking up for Trump sometimes?
No, I'm saying because the Democrats will say so many, even when the guy does shit that's right.
Yeah.
It's completely fucked up and wrong.
Oh yeah, of course he can't. Trump can't be
how
right
is that
at all.
Possible?
Yeah.
Give the fucking guy a bone.
Yeah. I actually agree with you. I'm not a big Trump fan either. I used to have him on my radio show. Entertaining as all hell. Certainly learned a lot of things from Vince McMahon and the WWE.
Oh, yes.
And he's entertaining as all hell. There are times I really dislike the guy, and I'm also laughing my ass off because he's playing. He's playing a lot of people because he really knows how to manipulate the media and the people right in front of his face.
So true, bro.
Yeah.
And, there you got to give him props.
Of course.
You do. Yeah. But again, I'm never going to stick up for him unless you're bullying him so bad in a place where, wait a minute, he did something really good here.
Yeah.
Even though he put out a stupid fucking tweet right afterward, it's kind of like you do all these amazing things for your old lady and then you say that one wrong thing like, you sure you want to wear that? And you're being nice, but you went, oh God, why did I say that out loud?
Right.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
That's so funny.
Back to Bischoff, and I'm going to keep coming back to this.
Sure.
Bischoff gave one example after another on how the news steals from professional wrestling. And I'm talking about making people react. That's all we care about. We don't care if it's positive, meaning like, go DDP, or negative, DDP, you suck.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's one or the other.
Right.
As long as you're reacting. What's crazy now is between WWE and AEW and any wrestling that's out there and UFC, they're out there and they're still, in Florida. I just saw where they deemed WWE essential, I guess for entertainment reasons or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't hurt that Linda is like they have small businesses in the cabinet. I'm sure that didn't hurt, but people do need it to be entertained.
Yeah.
And the thing with WWE and AEW right now, they don't have the fans out there, so it's really challenging. But they're both doing a really good job considering there are no fans. So, and because the fans, I always say the fans are the third person in the ring.
Yeah, I actually checked it out, and they are doing a decent job.
They are.
Late night TV stinks without the audience. You realize how unfunny these hosts really are without the energy of a live audience. Although comedy is tough to do when you're not doing it in front of people, but whatever.
Yeah, man.
Right on.
Yeah, really, big time. I'm surprised they haven't thrown on a laugh track like the old days.
They might as well, man.
I mean, what the hell?
Right.
I mean, it's a work. It's television.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Maybe not fake. So back to Jake, when he left here, I was just like, bro, here's the deal. You're back. It's the last time you can come and go. And what I said to him is, but I got to make sure you're okay. So it takes 5 days for this shit to get in your system. And then you get a fever and all that. So for the next 6 days, I'd like you to go in quarantine, and basically the room that I have for him, bro, like this is a wellness spa. I'm sitting in now I'm in my infrared sauna. It's 154 degrees, which is getting all the toxins out of my body. I'm looking at my hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah.
In Jake's room that he's staying is a steam room. That's killer. Plus, there's a hot tub right out the door. I told myself, bring it down a refrigerator. You can in just 6 days. We'll bring you your food. We'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
An hour later, he goes, "Hey, D," he goes, "I totally understand, but I got these other gigs coming and I got to go. So I'm going to leave." I'm like, "You sure, bro? I'm not kicking you out." He's like, No. I totally get it. So he left. And then besides AEW, all those gigs dried up.
Yeah.
So now he's staying in a hotel. And in Atlanta, he's staying at the Marriott. Well, the Marriott's huge, man.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, he had room service and a pool and a gym, and he could go downstairs and eat at the restaurant. Wasn't hardly any people there. But by the 5th day, there was no one, and I mean no one at the Marriott except for one person at the desk. He said he didn't even see anybody. So picture The Shining, but it's in the Marriott.
Yeah.
So then Jake starts, sending out tweets.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about drinking, but it's really lonely because now by the 10th day, now there's no restaurant. There's no gym. There's no nothing. There's no room service.
Oh my God. So the walls are totally closing in on poor Jake the Snake at this point.
And this is one trigger after another for an addict.
Right. Of course.
So I saw that, and I went and talked to my daughter Brittany, who's moved in with me since me and my old lady split up, because I need someone to run this house.
Yep.
Plus, she had split up with her guy, and we got this little baby granddaughter here, and I want to make sure that they're taken care of. So it was like I don't know, a godsend, because she's like super anal and just a crazy worker just like me, and so I was like, Britt, I go, I'm thinking about having Jake come back. She's like, I love Jake. I mean, I really love Jake, but he's got 8 kids, it's like, can't he, go with them? And I was like, well, baby, because of his addiction and everything, he's got a good relationship with them, but he doesn't want to ask anybody for anything. He's not asking me, but you got to understand that I don't have anything like I have today without him, because he was the first one to step up for me, and he taught me shit.
Yeah.
And he helped me, like, it guided my career right up till I blew up huge. Like Dusty did too. I was really lucky. I had two of the greatest mentors ever. And one of my favorite moments in my life was January of 1997. And my finishing maneuver, the Diamond Cutter, came out of nowhere, and it was explosive to the point where it pulled people right off their seats. And if you're a new wrestling fan and you're listening to this, you never saw me wrestle, Randy Orton, he does the same move.
Yes.
But I'm the one who really got it over.
Of course.
Randy, of course, took it to another level. He really did, with some of the amazing RKOs, supposedly. It's still a Diamond Cutter. Because that was what made it different. I took it out of nowhere, just like Jake took the DDT out of nowhere. And here's a guy who told me I was going to be a top guy in 1993, when he was living with me the first time. He was staying with me right up until he lost a 12-foot Cobra in my house. Black Cobra lost in the bathroom, bro.
All right, we're going to pause for a second. How's that for a radio tease? We'll be back with DDP and his story about Jake the Snake losing his snake in his house. But first, Mother's Day right around the corner, and everyone's looking for that perfect gift for mom this year. Well, I got an idea for you. It's the Skylight Frame. It's a touchscreen photo frame you can email photos to, and they appear in seconds so mom can see your favorite moments. The cool thing, the whole family, no matter where they live, could just send photos to her frame anytime. Now, my mom's not in the picture, so I didn't send my mom one, so let's make believe this is someone else's mom.
My daughter and I live far away, and it can be a struggle to stay connected. But after she got me a Skylight Frame, she sends new photos to it almost every day. It's a really easy way for me to see what she's up to and for us to stay connected.
Actually, I got my wife one of these, and we absolutely love it. Nowadays, staying in touch with those we love is more important than ever, and the easiest way to do it is with Skylight, a photo frame you can email photos to anytime from anywhere. Sets up effortlessly in under 60 seconds. Just plug in, use the touchscreen to connect to your wireless network, and enjoy. And everyone in your family could just email photos to Mom's Skylight, and they'll pop up in our home in seconds. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love your Skylight, they'll offer you a full refund. Another cool feature, you can tap the heart button and it will let the sender know you love the photo. This makes the frame interactive and fun to use. Oh, it's so simple that even your non-tech mom and dad can set it up very easily. Now, as a special offer, you can get $10 off your purchase of a Skylight frame when you go to skylightframe.com. Use the code Opie, O-P-I-E. That's right. To get $10 off your purchase of a Skylight frame, just go to skylightframe.com. Enter code Opie, O-P-I-E. That's, you know how to spell Sky, right? S-K-Y-L-I-G-H-T, frame.com, skylightframe.com. Use the promo code Opie and welcome aboard to Skylight Frame. Support the sponsors when you can. Thank you. All right, let's get the snake story from Diamond Dallas Page. How do you lose a 12-foot Cobra? Come on.
Well, what happens? You put him in the tub to cool him off.
Okay.
He got out and got in under the vanity.
Wow.
So he's telling me, bro, lost the snake. What do you mean you lost the fucking snake?
Yeah.
I can't find him. I go, come on, stop bullshitting. He's like, no, I swear to God. So, and I don't know it at the time, but he's buzzing. You know, he's got a buzz going. And so we look in the door because we don't want the thing to get out, right?
Yeah.
So we got it cracked open. And it's like Mo and Larry. We're only missing Curly, sticking our heads in the door, and there's no snake. The tub, there's no snake.
Oh my God.
So Jake lays on his back. And he's looking behind the toilet.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he hits the vanity, and you hear, because snakes do this.
Yeah.
Cobras go,
Oh my God.
and he goes, he's under the vanity. He gets up. He goes, he'll come out by the morning. And he walks by me. I go, dude, get that fucker out of here.
You can't leave that.
I was like, what? Dude, he'll be out in the morning. He goes, I'll be back before you get up.
Yeah.
I go, you're leaving now?
Yeah.
So that fucking night, I put pillows in front of the door.
Oh, that'll
shut
stop
it, right?
the 12-foot boa.
Well, I didn't put the pillows there for the snake because you had to open the door, and I know a snake ain't opening the fucking door.
Yeah.
But my cats could jump up and would hit the lever and would walk wherever they wanted to.
Oh, nice.
So I had to put pillows in front so the cats wouldn't let the friggin' 12-foot black cobra out. And then how am I going to find him? So long story, I'm up all night worrying about it, figure out how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Finally crash out. And my wife at the time, Kimberly, wakes me up around 9:30. Paige, why are there pillows in front of the bathroom door? And she knows that's where the snake was.
Yeah.
Is that fucking snake in there still? And I come walking out, and I'm going to try and babyface it,
Yeah.
But she's yelling at me so hard
Uh-huh.
that I got a heel on her. I go, the fucking snake will be fine. I'll take care of it. I got this. And she's like, you son of a bitch. She grabs the cats, and I'm leaving. I'm staying at the Ritz until Jake gets that snake out of here. So I call the wranglers to get the snakes, and or bears or whatever the heck, raccoons, whatever.
Yeah.
I call them up and I say, hey man, I got this cobra, black cobra in my house. He's in my bathroom. I said, under the vanity. He goes, has he had his poison sacs taken out yet?
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know. He goes, okay, it's going to cost you double.
They got you.
I said,
They got you.
I don't care. Just come out here.
Yeah.
So the bottom line, he comes out.
Yeah.
He pulls the wood. This wasn't an expensive home. He pulls the wood off the front of the vanity, and there you can see. Oh, wait, let me back up.
Yeah.
Let me digress to when Kimberly's yelling at me. And I say, the snake's under the vanity. He's fine. She goes, the vanity? She goes, they don't put the sheetrock all the way down to the bottom? What if he's up in the walls? And I'm thinking, oh, fuck. What if he's up in the walls? And I go, he's not up in the fucking walls. He can't. I'm sure the sheetrock's all the way down. And that's where she grabbed the cats and bolted.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, when the wrangler pulls the front gate off, the front wood off the vanity, you can see him. And he's up in Cobra striking position. Opie, behind him is an open wall of sheetrock. And he could easily pop up that fucker and just zip into my house.
Wow.
Lay Cobra eggs,
Wow.
and I'm screwed. All right?
Right.
Thank God the guy gets them, hooks them, he puts them in a bag, I put them in a box, I put them in a box, I put them in a box,
Yeah.
tape them all up. Jake came back 3 days later. So that was Jake's last day staying at my house because
For a
Kim was
while.
like, I love him,
Yeah.
but no, the first time.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the third time Jake's been with me.
Right.
So, bottom line is, he still kept helping me though, even though, I had to kick him out of the house. He knew why. And he took total responsibility for it. And he still would watch all my tapes, watch all my matches. He'd help me. And so that's when I went to Brett. My daughter Brittany, I was like, hey, baby, I go, like this house I live in, I don't own it and the bank owns it. I own it. I don't have any debt, zero debt.
Nice.
And that's just how I live my life.
Yeah, man.
But if I can't afford to pay for it, I don't buy it.
Right.
So when I tell her, she knows, I own this house.
Yeah.
Jake helped that happen. Without his guidance, it doesn't happen. So, and then before I say anything else, she goes, you're right. Let's let him come back, but we got to have rules. So we start setting the rules. He goes in the back door because he's at his own gate. I made this for athletes who want to come back from injuries. I'm talking about top end athletes. In the next 3 years, Opie, I will be training the top athletes in the world that get injured. and want to come back. And the smart ones that get preventative maintenance. Like, that's what my shit is. You know, it's all about, you know, holding back the hands of time and giving you, like, if you're talking about an NFL player, you're literally talking, if you've got a 2 years more on your deal, or even 1 year, it could be millions.
Yeah, of course. If your body stays in shape.
Right. You know, so, you know, bottom line is that, you know, he's in the room. We came up with it. He can't come out. I mean, I put a refrigerator in there, coffee machine, because he's a coffee addict.
Yeah.
He's got the steam room. He's got the hot tub. We bring him all his meals.
Yeah,
like,
I saw the video and it warmed my heart, but now I don't feel as bad for Jake the Snake. So you guys are deep in, you know, self-quarantine. He needs a place to come back to. So you guys obviously set it up in a way. Here's your room, but you know, you got to stay 6 feet away from me, my daughter, my grandkid, and everybody else that's in this house right now. And you're leaving meals at the door. And the Easter video was so heartwarming. You got your grandson in the front of you in one of those
granddaughter.
Oh, sorry, granddaughter in front of you with one of those jumpers, cute as all hell.
Yeah.
And you guys left him a Easter basket at his door, and you got him dinner, and there's a chair in the way to make sure everyone stays about 6 feet apart. And then on the door it says day 4 is when I saw the video. Day 4 of Jake the Snake in this room in self-quarantine. And you know, he comes to the door and you know, he's just so lovable, man. And he was so appreciative of what you and your family did for him. And he was basically saying something like, oh, this is so hard or whatever, but I really appreciate what you're doing for me. But now you're telling me there's a steam room and everything else in his room.
You know, the one thing that is probably the most valuable thing we have.
Yeah.
And this is why I just, you know, I don't even try to wish or pray for it because I know it'll never happen.
Yeah.
But if I had one wish, it would be that Republicans and Democrats would sometimes come together on shit that's really important.
Of course. I say that all the time.
You know, I mean, that's it.
We're fighting with each other and we're getting nowhere. And I really, really believe, I don't believe in a party either, by the way. I think that's another reason why we get along. But I follow politics pretty closely. And it's like, I look at both sides. I'm like, the answer is in the middle. And I know this side doesn't want to hear it. And this side over here doesn't want to hear it. But that's where real change and progress in this country will come from, when the two sides realize that, but they don't really want to do it that way. And meet in the middle on a lot of these issues. So
it's so easy. You know, it's so easy. So the bottom line is, let me see, Easter or something. Tonight, I believe that it's Jake's last night in quarantine.
Oh, really? And then he can wander around your house.
Yeah, they do. But he hardly ever does anyway. He's up there and down. Get to work out together. There's a point where we're working out.
Yeah.
And he's on one side. He's outside, and I'm inside.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, dude, it's all glass windows. I'll send you the videos as we get it. Like the first one that's going to go up, I've given you sort of like a fast forward into this.
Sure.
But it's super cool.
Yeah, you guys you're having prison visits with your friend through glass.
Yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good. I always tell everybody, you want to not be depressed. You want to not be down and bummed out. Help somebody.
Perfect.
Because if you help somebody, it's going to make you feel good. Like, it goes back to the simplest help somebody I can think of.
Yeah.
Would be back when I was a kid. And I got the flame blowers out here, the leaf blowers. That's what that noise is. Oh. It goes back to...
I thought that was Jake trying to dig himself out of his self-quarantine room.
Yeah, they're winding it down. What really pisses me off, I'm okay with them doing it this time.
Yeah.
It's when they do it at 7 a.m.
Right.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Of course.
You know, I like to be up at the crack at 9:30.
Oh my God. I'm up by 5:30.
Well, dude, you don't go to bed. You don't go to bed at 1.
No.
12, 1, 2 in the morning.
No.
I do.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is that I'll leave everybody with this. If you're older than 45, you know this picture. And it's a cartoon, and it's a Boy Scout or a Cub Scout walking a little old lady across the street. It's the simplest thing you can do to help somebody.
Yeah.
But that little lady needed that help across the street, and that's the simplest one. And then it goes from everything, just how you treat people. And I treat people the way I want to be treated, not the way they want to be treated, because most people treat themselves like shit.
Right.
They talk down about themselves.
Yes.
They put shit in their bodies from garbage food, fake food, to soda, they just shit that's just, fuck. Like, I would never put that in my body now that I know what it is. I'm gonna leave everybody, and I probably already said this, but I gotta say it again. 2 movies, if you want to get your head out of the sand, 2 movies you should watch. One's Food Inc. It won the Oscar in 2007.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
The other one is Genetic Roulette.
Right.
And I know it's up on YouTube. It's hard to find, though. I don't know why, but it is. I found it one day, and I just took that link. Maybe it was Vimeo I found it on. I don't remember. But I took that link, and I just put it up on my teamddpyoga.com site. Like, it's like a Facebook site, but it's not Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just one of those Inc. sites where teamddpyoga.com. It's right on the top of the page. And I put it up there so people would watch it and educate themselves to what they're putting in their bodies. Because, again, I just turned 64, 65. That's tomorrow. I'm not preparing for that. I'm preparing for 75, 85, 95, and what the fuck, 105.
Wow.
I don't know. I just know that all the things I'm doing to help hold back the hands of time. I'm writing a book right now called The Secrets of Youth. And probably be done in another year or so, and then I'll come out with another book. Right now, if you really want to own it, Positively Unstoppable, The Art of Owning It.
Right.
It's on Amazon. It's $16.
Yep.
I don't make any more money on it. I got all my money up front. So I'm not saying this so I'll make money. I'm saying this so you'll own it or learn to start owning it. And like I said, if you want to see Resurrection of Jake the Snake, just download DDP Yoga now. Go to the menu, go to DDP TV, and a couple of drop downs, you'll see theatrical releases.
Perfect.
And you'll see Resurrection Jake the Snake. And I'd love to see you guys come to my Twitter at RealDDP or at DDP Yoga, or my Instagram at Diamond Dallas Page or at DDP Yoga, and tell me what you thought of it. I'd love to hear.
Perfect.
So that's what I'm gonna leave you with, brother.
Oh man, this was really, really fun and entertaining, man. Stay safe, you and your family, please, and let Jake out of his room tonight, will you?
I'm sure my daughter Brittany's got something special planned for him. So
I look forward to seeing the videos online. DDPY, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure, brother. See ya.
See ya. That worked. That worked.
That's perfect, bro.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was a lot of. Boo, 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 boo. DDP Radio. Boo, 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 boo. Boom, 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 boom. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo.